Hello everybody, this is Sunny Friend speaking here from the Iron Tennis Club. I have a special guest today. Lizl, thank you so much for being here.
Yeah, anytime.
Tell us a little about yourself, who you are, what you're doing, what brought you to the US, and talk also about your Lizl Performance coaching.
Yes. So my background, I grew up in South Africa. I was a junior player there, loved tennis, loved competing. And I lived at Vandermeer Tennis Academy in high school and then went on to play college tennis for Indiana University. And I just had a great experience. I really enjoyed working towards those goals and then competing. I feel like, to me, competing is like taking a test. Even though sometimes it's a little bit nerve-wracking, it's not fun, it's really the only way you get to see where you're at, like what's going well. You know, if you're the type of player who crushes it during your drilling, but you get on a mat on a tennis court and you're playing a match and you're nervous and things aren't going well, that's usually a sign that things need to be addressed in practice. So all that to say is I am a big advocate of competition because I feel like it's a good measure of what's going on during your practice. Sometimes it'll point out different conditioning areas that need to be improved or mental training that needs to happen. And then not to mention, when you're competing and you're winning and losing, there's a lot of life lessons that I feel like are crucial to growing and developing into a happy, successful adult. And I feel like competition really gives an opportunity for a lot of growth and learning.
And I think especially the tennis, as you know from your own experience, on the mental aspect of things, and that's something you're coaching now and helping young kids but also adults, is like, you know, becoming better in the mental strengths when it comes to certain situations also on the tennis court, correct?
Right. So I'm a physical therapist and I work with athletes on conditioning, preventing injuries, rehabbing injuries, and then I also do mental training. The older I've gotten, I also compete still as an adult player, and the older I've gotten, the more I've realized that we really don't spend enough time on the mental side of sports. And we know that you can be an amazing athlete, but if you don't have the right mindset, it can be really hard to win. So again, I love the well-roundedness of being an athlete, but then making sure you're putting yourself in those vulnerable positions in order to compete, learning from your wins, learning usually more from your losses, and then growing and improving over time.
That's great. And I think something you said, you're still playing yourself. Last year we met during the CTC tournament. A fellow of yours, a South African coach from Francis Marion, Garth, connected the two of us.
Yes.
I remember. So
yes, thank you, Garth.
Yeah, that was great, Garth. Appreciate that. Tell us about your experience when you played at the CTC tournament. How was it for you, and what was the difference between many other tournaments from your experience?
So I do love the tournaments that you host, and the one I played in, was that the first one?
Yeah, it was the first one actually last year. Yeah.
You know, I'm just a big believer in the community behind sports. I mean, I love going out there, and anybody who knows me, I'm competitive when I'm on the court, but when I walk off the court, I'm friends with the people I compete against, and I feel like your tournaments, the vibe is community, friends, being social, enjoying your sport with your competitors. I love that. I remember leaving the tournament last year that you hosted, you and Kelly, and the attention to detail was amazing. And I don't always see that. So that's another thing I liked. And not to mention, you know, just knowing that you have several matches. There's not that, you know, I'm going to play and if I lose, I'm done and now I have to go home. So it really gives you the feeling of, I'm here, these are my people, I'm competing, I'm learning lessons, I'm getting better, but then I get to go celebrate being healthy and being an athlete, you know, and I feel like your tournament really promotes that. So I'm all about it. I'm so glad you're doing it.
I appreciate it, and we are glad to have you as a partner. And like you said, your passion determined your path, and that's our slogan, that your passion determined your path. And we are looking forward to have you at our tournaments, giving kids, adults more advice about being, you know, mentally strong, help them, teach them, and looking forward to working with you in the future. Lizl, thank you so much for your time.
Yeah, thank you.
Thank you.